picture this. Vince McMahon is sick and tired of running WWE, so he gives it to a couple of guys who think they know more than they really should. Let's just roll with that. Where they're in the middle of a lawsuit, they have to, Big Show threatened a guy backstage. This is all real, by the way. Threatened a guy backstage, and Vince McMahon's sick of it. He comes up to us and says, "We must book WrestleMania 29 the way that we've got it, but we're only allowed to change one thing." What would you change?
Well, the one thing that I would change is I would make Dolph Ziggler cash in the Money in the Bank after the Alberto Del Rio Jack Swagger match, and I would also have the debut of Leo Kruger while that's happening, while the cash in is taking place. He attacks Alberto Del Rio, and then Dolph Ziggler comes down and cashes in and wins the title.
And this is why I'm so happy with us for coming up with this. That he says, you get to book the rest of the year. Well done. Congratulations. Now, the first thing that we decided to do, this is the 8th of April 2013 Raw. We decide how to book this. Don't know how we're going to do this with video format. Maybe we'll split it up and put it into loads of different parts so that people aren't watching, and we'll write in the little YouTube channel thing where it says this is what date we're doing. And let's see if we can do a much better job. We cut Raw back to 2 hours because 3 hours is far too much.
Alright, then the show starts off with generic Cena promo, leading up to the main event with Mark Henry at the end of Raw. Mark Henry comes out, he interrupts John Cena. John Cena's all joking about and all that good stuff. And then Mark Henry challenges him to a title match.
This then goes to our first match, which is Wade Barrett versus Zack Ryder for the number one contender WWE title, for the WWE title. And Wade Barrett wins because we need Wade Barrett to get he's a good wrestler, and it would be a shame if he didn't get anywhere, and he's not been really been booked that well, so let's give him a shot.
And he also just lost the Intercontinental title, and also there's nothing against Zack Ryder, just needed a opponent for Wade Barrett.
Exactly, Zack Ryder's just there.
And Wade Barrett cuts a promo and pretty much saying how he's going to become the champion.
Then goes on to the second match, Team Hell No versus Epico and Primo. Team Hell No are, of course, the champions back at that point. It's non-title. Hell No wins. That's how it is. It's just we're trying to build up the tag team division because the tag team division's non-existent. So WWE these days only have two, and we're trying to get the tag team division to get up and running by just getting Epico and Primo. Let's just get them, show them, because they don't get a lot of matches either these days.
And then there'll be a confrontation between Big Show and Orton about the WrestleMania tag team match. How Randy Orton would just refuse to tag in Big Show, and Sheamus would come out as well and say how he was involved as well.
This leads on to the third match, Fandango versus Ted Dibiase. Fandango started getting really popular. Just his theme tune had just got number one of some sort of iTunes list, I believe, right by that point. It was later on down the line, but we saw kind of promise with Fandango. Anyway, he was a really good wrestler. His match with Jericho was really good. He impressed us. He just goes up against Ted Dibiase, and just because just like the whole Zack Ryder thing, nothing against Ted Dibiase, everyone deserves a chance. Fandango wins, though.
Fandango then cuts a promo on how he defeated Jericho, and he's being all arrogant, claiming that he beat him with ease, even though Fandango ran about the ring and he was a coward majority of the match. And then Chris Jericho comes out, and he just pretty much he just owns him. He just beats him senseless.
Then that makes the main event for, main event.
Yeah.
Undertaker comes out praising Paul Bearer, rest in peace, because it was what the whole CM Punk thing happens. That basically puts an end to that storyline, which was very controversial. And Shield come out, and they brawl and start attacking, Undertaker. Hell No come out and basically they just get beaten up. That's just how. So anything we This is just an assault, really, a brawl with Hell No, Undertaker again, and the Shield. For those teams attacking,
Hell No get the upper hand, and they clear them, they clear the ring.
Oh yeah, I've got written here. It's basically the same as Raw. Yeah, okay.
And then Antonio Cesaro defends the US title against Kofi Kingston, and this is like a competitive match, and Antonio Cesaro wins because he needs a couple of more wins under his belt.
Yes, apparently there's like some sort of hatred with Antonio and Vince McMahon in reality.
Gimmick,
that's
is a bit stupid.
So Antonio's not really been a brilliant champion because of the way he's been booked. Brock Lesnar comes out. He's angry. He calls out Vince McMahon. Just what's he angry about?
He's angry about getting beaten by Triple H at WrestleMania.
Yes, of course. And then he just starts throwing out threats, and Vince McMahon bans him from Raw.
He bans him from Raw because he doesn't want any more chaos. He wants there to be some sort of order in Raw. Brock Lesnar is a guy who's you don't really want to deal with. He's a guy that would just beat you senseless. He doesn't care if you're an authority figure or not.
It's also Vince McMahon is still kayfabe boss.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be part of the TV thing. We just want to book everything. He's still kayfabe. Even for Vince McMahon's getting a bit sick of it. That's why Vince McMahon's there.
Then it's John Cena against Mark Henry for the WWE title, and Cena wins because Cena just won the title from The Rock the night before.
Yeah, I mean, we'd say that we're not big fans of Cena, but you've got to also book them in a sensible, manner, and you can't just win the title and then the next night you just lose it. That's stupid. You also need to make the champion seem believable so you can give prestige to the title. Wade Barrett comes out face to face, just tells him that he wants to be,
Yeah, it's just one of those typical. It's if on WWE.com, it's the photograph of them both facing each other. It's super tense. Stuff.
So yes, we also found out that afterwards that Jericho was going to be off. So this kind of made us have to come up with other stuff. And Orton had been complaining about not being heel, and Christian was going to be returning on the 15th. That's some spoilers we've got. Just figured I'd add that, and because that kind of gave us a bit more of a it's kind of made things a bit intricate. I had to make you think a bit more and have to realize what we were going to be doing. Then
that ended the show. That ended Raw.
Yeah, Wade Barrett
face to face.
Wade Barrett and John Cena face to face.
Yeah. Yeah. Then this is main event.
10th of April 2013.
3NB are against the returning Evan Bourne, the underutilized Derek Bateman, and R-Truth. It's just to showcase the more Derek Bateman and Evan Bourne. R-Truth is already somewhat top guy. Evan Bourne's team wins because it's Evan Bourne's return match.
Yeah, you have to give him something to properly this is what strong start, make him believable. Then we team Great Khali, Santino, and we teamed Biggie Langston and Leo Kruger. They joined forces at WrestleMania, and Biggie and Leo win because it's a new tag team. Great Khali and Santino kind of not really a brilliant team thanks to the way they were booked. You weren't going to be expecting a lot.
Yeah, they're a comedy duo.
Yeah.
And then a shocking thing occurs. Great Khali turns on Santino after the match. Santino's well, better luck next time. And then Great Khali just big boots him or does the Khali chop to him, and loads of people come to the ring, security people. Khali just clears the ring, and he's showing that he's sick and tired of being a joke.
I mean, never understood why he was a comedy character. Anyway, I never quite got that.
Yeah.
Great Khali back when he was against Rey Mysterio, putting that Vice script, that looked devastating. Rey Mysterio was bleeding. This was when he debuted after the Undertaker thing.
Yeah, when he was world champion.
Yeah. That was just Great Khali needs to be a monster. He looks like a monster. He looks scary. Give him black trousers instead of the red ones, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good stuff for Great Khali. Then it was Tamina Snuka versus Alicia Fox, just like the tag team division. The women's division has been a joke throughout the 90s, throughout 2000s. Let's revive this.
It's pretty much been a joke since the title got put in the bin.
Yeah, I mean, it's like just. I mean, that was ages ago.
That was like 95. That was before I was born.
Yeah,
before I could form a coherent sentence.
WCW, like let's try and revive it again. Let's not just give up on it. So yeah, Tamina and Alicia Fox. Tamina wins.
Yeah, and Tamina proceeds to batter Alicia Fox. It's like she's kind of like booked as kind of like the diva killer or something like that.
Tamina Snuka,
yeah. And Layla comes out and saves Alicia Fox because Layla's face, I believe.
Yep.
And she's like not standing for this.
The next match, JTG versus The Miz. JTG had been complaining backstage that he hasn't had that big push. He's always been stuck in lower cards, if not developmental. I like JTG. I think that he's so wasted in certain gimmicks that he had been given, and JTG has all the makings of being a badass kind of that kind of character.
A solid mid carder kind of guy.
Not saying that he can just go straight for the heavyweight titles right away, but he's a good character. He's got a good, in my opinion, he's a good wrestler. Goes up against The Miz. JTG wins for that big push, and then Dolph Ziggler comes out, hits Miz during the match. That's how JTG wins.
JTG gets a victory over a champion. Miz is still the Intercontinental Champion. He didn't lose it at Raw. He didn't lose it the day after WrestleMania.
No.
He's still champion.
Yeah, we still kept him as champion. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Jericho and Fandango have a match. That's the main event of main event.
As was after yesterday.
Tad bit confusing, and Fandango wins, and this kind of marks a bit of a winning streak for Fandango.
Deserves a winning streak, exactly. I think we should possibly stop it here since it's getting to the 12-minute mark. We'll continue this on part 2.